Afraid of the dark, Exile? You should be. The darkness in this mine is alive. It's hateful. It's hungry. No light could lift this dark veil. Until now. Monsters are the least of your concerns, but the darkness itself hunts us. What is it hiding? It's calling to us. Take what the Empire could not. Use it to conquer the Black Depths.
What's up, guys? This is King Vox, and I want to make this video just kind of to update you guys on what I've been up to lately and what's got me all hyped. Okay, so the new expansion for Path of Exile is coming out pretty soon, later on this month, I believe the 30th, and it's an endless dungeon type situation, as you guys seen in the video. It works off of like a dark light system where if you're in the dark you take damage. It doesn't, I don't think there's anything you can really do to mitigate that damage aside from just staying in a light. You're going to be able to purchase lights and stuff like that to light the way so you don't get caught out in the dark. But as you see that little trolley thing, it's going to run its course. I would just call it a cart, a mine cart or whatever, or a smart mine cart, you know. And you really have to stay within radius of this thing. But the cool thing is, it's like you can dive into this mine as far as you want. You don't have to worry about, oh, you know, say like, I know a lot of people think that unlimited content means things like leagues, but for players like me, I don't really like leagues too much. I don't like starting over fresh, you know, without any currency and all that stuff when I've, you know, spent so much time acquiring currency, you know, for this character in this build and stuff like that, you know. So I just really don't see the purpose of it. And a lot of people, you know, it is what it is. They like to do it for whatever reasons they like to. There's thousands of reasons out there. I'm not going to go into all of them, but I'm a standard player on Path of Exile, and mainly because I just want to enjoy my currency. I don't want to see everything I worked for just go away, you know. Although I love action RPGs, I'm really big into MMORPGs because you stick to one character and you kind of progress and progress and progress. And it doesn't have to necessarily be one character, especially in a game where you can share currency like this. But I definitely don't want to start over without my currency, you know what I mean? I put all these hours into this game not to just restart and just keep throwing it away, and at the end of the day, that's how I have fun, and that's what it comes down to, like how you have fun in a game. So something like this endless dungeon, you know, gives players like me, you know, even more of a reason to go hardcore into these games, especially these loot type games. They're very fun where you get to, you know, just you kill a mob and you never know what you're gonna get. Every time it's like opening like a present. Every time you go into a new map and you kill more mobs, I love that. Being rewarded and stuff like that just from killing mobs or whatever is probably one of the best feelings about video games, you know. Just being rewarded for your work that you're putting into them, and you kind of feel like you're being more rewarded in games like PoE in Diablo because there's so much loot that drops. So you're consistently getting this like little high, I would call it, and it feels good. It's like, oh man, I just got like all this stuff, or you know, just seeing stuff drop, you knowing that when you kill that monster, it has a chance to drop something great. So back on the subject of this mine, you know, why I'm telling you all this is because this mine is almost infinite, apparently. So, and there's going to be leaderboards in a way of like who's gotten the deepest inside the mine and stuff like that. Now, that right there, I'm telling you guys, that is the reason why this is so exciting for me, because you know, I don't have to be super competitive with other people. I can be competitive with myself as far as like how far I go down in this mine. But I mean, it is fun. You know what I mean? Rather than leaderboards like Diablo, like who can push greater rifts farther and stuff like that. And it really, the funny thing about greater rifts in Diablo is a lot of it comes down to luck. You know, somebody that has the highest rift right now probably lucked out with a bunch of shrines, as well as, oh crap, well, at least I have guest level right before I died. But some people luck out and are able to push a lot higher than they would normally be because they get certain circumstances. Like I've had times where I wasn't gonna make it on like a 90 greater rift, and I guess happened to run into a power shrine, and that power shrine was the last thing I needed to just push me through and let me completely wreck that rift, you know. And sometimes people get multiple of those or whatever spawn within one rift, and when that happens, they blow through it unrealistically as far as like stats and leaderboards concerned. So I never kind of looked at that as like, oh, you know, this person's better than me or anything like that. It's just that, you know, that doesn't, it doesn't appeal to me to compete in that way when there's those options available. You know what I mean? And then another thing is when people do greater rifts on standard and stuff like that, they can just die whenever they want to with no consequences and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be honest, dying in Path of Exile is a lot more, it gives you a lot more adrenaline than you would playing on normal version of Diablo, and mainly because you don't lose anything when you die in Diablo, but in Path of Exile you lose experience, and depending on what level you are, like thank goodness I just leveled, so it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. But once I hit like 90 or something like that, even playing on standard could be a problem if I'm still trying to push to max level, just for the pure fact that you lose experience. And also when I'm inside maps, you know, the maps, you only have about 6 tries or so, something like that. I think 6 or 7 tries, and then it's over. Your map closes, and sometimes you can get down here, and if it's a rough map, you can die like 2 times less than like 1 minute. You know, you can just come right back down and just get one-shotted again and not realize what the hell happened if you're not careful. So I just feel like, you know, Path of Exile right now is a little bit more challenging, but mainly this isn't a Diablo versus Path of Exile video. This is just me giving you guys a video for the week of, you know, what I've been up to and what I plan on doing. So I definitely plan on playing this expansion on standard Path of Exile. So if you guys would like to join me or whatever, I don't have a lot of free time. I usually play for like 1 hour a day when I get home. So, and I'm usually in bed by 10:30, 11 these days. So usually, you know, that's just what it is. So I'll get home around like 7 or 8 or something like that, and then I'll play for an hour, and then that's it. I'm gone. I know it's even hard to catch me on Discord nowadays because I've just been so busy. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little update. I hope you guys all have a blessed day.